what's up guys? Brandyn here from the 360 Products, the wireless technology company. And today I'm going to show you guys how to apply our newest product that just came out, which is called Hydro Mist. So Hydro Mist is a true ceramic spray. It lasts up to 6 months and gives you great results. And I'll be showing you guys how to apply it, like I said. But before we move into that, there's some steps you're going to have to take prior before applying a ceramic coating to your paint on the body of a vehicle, any vehicle you choose, whether it's a car, a boat, an airplane, whatever you want. There's certain steps you have to take beforehand before applying this stuff to get the absolute best results, okay? So as you can see, I have a lot of items in front of me. And we'll break it down. So before I tell you about the items I have, I'm going to tell you the steps we're going to be taking to doing this prior to applying the Hydro Mist, which is right here. So we're going to have to wash the car to get rid of all the dirt. We're going to then have to clay bar the car to get rid of all the contamination. Then you would have to paint correct it. And then after that, you would have to strip it of all waxes and fingerprints by using some kind of an alcohol-based cleaner. We have a cleaner that has pure alcohol, which is our window cleaner, which is called Crystal Clear. But any type of alcohol is fine. You can get some from your local market, and that would be perfect to use to strip the wax. And then lastly, we'll be applying the Hydro Mist. Now, the items I have in front of me, I have a pair of gloves. You always want to wear gloves, no matter what product you're using. Sometimes you see me not use gloves, and I do apologize. You always wear gloves. You're going to need a clay bar or a clay sponge. I have a clay sponge. You are then going to have, I have the black trimless towel for picking up the excess wax when I'm clay barring it, because remember, Brazilian Mist is a clay lubricant. And then I have this white towel to use with the alcohol-based glass cleaner to strip the wax. And then I have these special green microfiber towels that are for ceramic coating. I'm not going to touch them because they do have ceramic coating on them, and obviously I have no gloves. And I'm also going to teach you guys how to apply it with an applicator. You guys may have seen this before of other people using ceramic coating, the applicator, so I'll teach you guys how to use that. And then I have masking tape as well. So the masking tape is for two things. One is to basically get it all inside the door jambs, so you're not applying the Hydro Mist on other door panels that you haven't really prepped for it, so you don't want that stuff getting on there. So I would use painter's tape, not masking tape, not scotch tape, painter's tape, because it doesn't leave that sticky film if it gets too hot on your car. But painter's tape is what you want to use to mask certain things off. But like I said, it's supposed to mask off certain areas that you don't want the Hydro Mist or the ceramic coating to be touching. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And also I'm going to show you guys how to basically visually see how to mask off 2x2 areas. Because when applying Hydro Mist, you want to do it in 2x2 sections. So I'll show you guys when we step out to the car outside. Certain panels will have only 2 sections, which you can go 1, 2, and then, like for instance, the door can do 4 sections. So I'm gonna mask it off. And then, for instance, for the hood can be done in 4 sections, or you can do 6 sections if you guys want to get technical and really do a great job of applying Hydro Mist correctly all over it. So, but one keynote I want you guys to understand is that the vehicle we'll be using is my 2002 Camaro. It has a horrible paint job. I will not be paint correcting it. I will not, basically I'd be paint correcting it. So, which means paint correction is basically when the paint is flawless of scratches, swirls, the spider webs. So, basically the paint has to be 100% perfect, because ceramic coating is going to harden on top of your clear coat, and then it's going to be cured. And if you have any imperfections in the paint itself, the ceramic coating will seal it on top, which means if it's on top and sealed, you cannot get any polishes or compounds and try to fix the problem afterwards. So that's why anytime you're doing ceramic coating, it's always recommended to paint correct your car, because you don't want to have a car with flaws to be showing all those flaws after it's been applied. So that's what paint correction is, and we'll not be doing on the demonstration car right now. So once again, we will not be doing a paint correction on the car. The paint is not to its best. There is imperfections, but this car is only for demonstration purposes. So other than that, we have all the tools we need. So we're going to step outside. I'm opening the garage. We're going to set the camera up. We're going to have all the tools and everything, and we're going to go through all the whole process, and you're going to see how to apply Hydro Mist and what steps to take beforehand before applying this stuff. So give me 1 second, and let's transition the video outside. Hey everybody, so right now I'm doing a voiceover. So we're going to step right in. As you can see, I've masked my door off into 4 different sections, since all the processes and steps we're going to take will have to be done in 2x2 sections. I also pointed at the inside crevices of where the door and the next quarter panel start, so you can mask that off. So you basically can mask off anything you would like that you think that's important for your purpose and for safety reasons too. Right now, as you guys can see, I'm using a clay sponge and our Brazilian mist, which is also our clay lubricant as well, and I'm clay barring the 2x2 section. Now what clay barring does is it actually removes all the contaminations off the clear coat. So basically all the environmental contamination you get from the environment itself, metal shavings, it all sticks to the clear coat, and you have to make sure that all that is removed. You can also see that I'm using a trimless and tagless black microfiber towel to remove all the excess Brazilian mist. You can also tell that the towel is nicely folded, so I can get 8 effective sides. And now I'm going to be moving on to the next section, clay barring it, removing all the contaminations. And I also want to point out that this car is not going to be paint corrected, which means remove all imperfections as far as scratches, discoloration of the paint, etc. This car must be, any car that's going to be applied with ceramic coating or this Hydro Mist in this instance must be paint corrected. But for demonstration purposes, I am not going to do that process. So this car does have an imperfection, it does have scratches, but like I said, this is only a demonstration video of how to apply our Hydro Mist. So the first step we did was clay bar and remove all the contaminations. The second step, we would do a paint correction, but we're going to skip that process. And now I'm using a white microfiber towel and some alcohol, which is our crystal clear, to remove all the wax that we put on from Brazilian mist by clay barring it. You don't want any wax or fingerprints on any of the panels or any of the car itself if you're going to be applying a ceramic coating. So here I'm using an alcohol-based glass cleaner, which is our crystal clear, to remove all the wax and fingerprints and whatnot. You can use any type of alcohol from your local drugstore, your local supermarket, but since I have crystal clear available, I'm going to be using that. And now I've done the first part of the panel, and now I'm moving on to the second part. Now please keep in mind we'll only be doing these 2 panels. We're not going to do the whole door panel. The only reason it's masked off is to show you guys that it's being done in 2x2 sections, and you can use painter's masking tape to cut off certain sections to help you and to guide you in applying Hydro Mist. Okay, now we have our hydro mist. Make sure our gloves are properly put on. We have our first towel. Right now I'm going to show you guys the towel method of how to apply hydro mist. So we're gonna have 2 of these specially made towels for ceramic coating. We have them nice and folded up. So what you want to do is you want to grab your first towel, and I sprayed anywhere from 3 to 5 times. As you can see, I sprayed 4, and now from left to right you want to apply the hydro mist. As you can see, it's leaving a layer of it. You just want to keep going, and if you feel like the hydro mist is not streaking correctly and going around evenly, you can spray a little bit more, as you guys can see. And from there, once it's been applied, you can wait up to 20 seconds or until flash time, which means until it starts to haze. Then you want to wipe it off. Right here I'm waiting approximately 10 to 15 seconds before wiping it off, because I start seeing the flash time on my side, which is hard for the camera to pick up. But once it's done flash timing, you just want to grab that second dried microfiber towel, and you just want to start taking off all that excess. And it's very important that you guys take off every single section of hydro mist that's been applied to that section of on your vehicle, because if you don't, it will harden, and it'll leave kind of a ghost stain on it. So you want to make sure you get all that hydro mist off. And as you can see from all the other 4 panels, you can see that how much of a glossier black it is. Make sure you get all the hydro mist, like I said, guys. And I want you guys to pay attention. This isn't not a perfect paint job, but you guys can see, look at that quarter panel. It looks just a lot darker. It looks a lot more glossy and a lot deeper of the black than the rest of the panels. So I step back for you guys to see that. Going over it one more time, make sure all that hydro mist is removed before we step to the second panel. And now we're going to be doing this bottom section with the applicator. So a lot of people might have seen applicators done to apply ceramic coating. I personally love it rather than the towel process. I got some mosquitoes on me, but that's okay. So we got the applicator, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I apply hydro mist throughout the whole applicator, which I did. I'm sorry you guys weren't able to see that, but I made sure that the actual applicator was soaked with hydro mist on the whole cloth itself. And just like the towel, you want to do left to right. Make sure you get an even layer on everything. If you miss some of it, it's okay. You can go over with it, so you can fill in these little patches that you might have missed. Same thing, wait up to 20 seconds or until flash time. Right there, I've waited approximately 15 seconds before removing the hydro mist. And same thing as the top panel, you want to remove all the hydro mist every single bit of it. That's why folding the towel into 8s is very important, so then you have 8 sides to work with in case one side gets oversaturated. So just make sure you get all of the hydro mist off, guys. Just looking, guys, and verifying that all that hydro mist is off. It's very important you get every piece of hydro mist off the body of the car, guys. You don't want this stuff solidifying, hardening. The way you applied it, you'll run into problems with that. So make sure it's all come off. Now removing the masking tape, so I can show you guys the difference. That line right there where the blue masking tape just came off, it is not, adhesive glue or any glue on the painter's tape. Painter's tape does not leave that behind. It's simply just Brazilian mist, and that will happen if you do want to mask off your panels, so it's better measurements for you guys, but it'll simply come off with the microfiber towel. Now, if you guys can see, there's a little difference between the two, a very slight difference. Like I said, this car is not being paint corrected or conditioned properly for the proper steps to have hydro mist applied to it. Like I said, this is a demonstration car only, but it came out really good. The black looks a little deeper, looks a little brighter than the untreated areas. So that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much, and we're going to move on to the next section of the video now. Alright, guys, so that's how you basically apply hydro mist through a towel. Something went on here. That's how you apply hydro mist with if you want the towel form or you want the applicator form. You can do both. I personally love the applicator form, so I'm not wasting a towel and soaking it. I can actually have multiple drying towels instead of soaking one all the way. And yeah, the applicator just works best for me. But you guys can see that there's some drastic steps that need to be done before applying hydro mist. It's a ceramic coating. It's not watered down or any of that stuff. It's a true ceramic coating. It shouldn't be played around with. As obviously, as you see, I'm wearing gloves. So don't mess around with this stuff, guys. It's some serious stuff. This is an oil base, by the way. I didn't mention that. This is an oil base. We have two versions. We have an oil base and a water base. The oil base is going to last longer versus the water base. And we also have a true ceramic coating, a professional grade one coming out as well. This one is also professional grade, but our the actual true ceramic coating is going to be coming out very soon, and that one's going to last quite a lot longer than this one. This one lasts up to 6 months if maintained properly. And with ceramic coating, you got to maintain it with a pH neutral soap, which we are going to be having. And other than that, that's how you guys apply hydro mist. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up. Please subscribe. Follow our Instagram for updates of when this stuff's going to be prepared to go viral for the public. If you were at the car physics event in California and you want one of these, I'm very excited for you that you want one of these, and I hope you try this stuff out. It's really good. Just make sure you follow those crucial points I mentioned in the beginning of the video. It's very, very, very important you do that so you get the best results and your car looks flawless. Because if not, that's going to be unfortunate if you apply hydro mist to a car with flaws. So other than that, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment, ask us a question. Follow our Instagram at 360products.co. I'll link all this stuff in the description in the bottom. And be sure to look out for new products coming out and more of the YouTube 360 Products series. So thank you guys once again.